Do show up, so we will have a match. So whenever they join their teams, we will get underway, getting in right at the bell. Pretty lucky as they were about to get given a forfeit loss for the season. Just goes to show how prudent it is to be on time, but we're going to see a kickoff straight into the first round of the best of 5. GCG up against TMT, and now Jai trying to fight him out in the midfield, not able to get it on net. Trying to get out back into the midfield himself, but Churro already re-aggressing himself over onto the ball, but it's deep in the blue end. GCG with control, trying to do whatever he can just to deny some shots here, and TMT gets a shot, but it's over to Doy McFunks. Gonna be stopped again. Jai not able to get it past him, and FPV not able to get it past him. Nobody able to prevent Doy from getting this right back over to his teammate. Churro gets it over into midfield, not able to connect onto it though, so now GCG forced to get it deeper into the blue end. It's going to be going up over GCG as Churro not going to be turning, actually leaving it for Doy McFunks. Actually ends up having to turn. A little bit of miscommunication there on the defense, and Big Dinner FC could be looking at losing the first goal of the game if it stays in this end for too long. TMT rolling it over. It would have hit top post, but Doy McFunks still to stop it in the back end. GCG killing it mid. It's over to Jai, and now Doy McFunks trying to just watch out for what TMT is going to do, and he kills it straight back down into the waiting arms of Big Dinner FC. GCG catching it off the wall. It's going to be touched back off the corner, and now bouncing mid. Doy McFunks to try to fight it. Jai hits it over to the left side of the goal, and TMT going to be forcing this back up into the midfield. Going to be touched down yet again, and FPV Provo not quite able to get it deep enough into the orange end. It's cleared away. Doy McFunks forced to make a clear, and Churro just trying to get this action back on the field. GCG cutting down FPV Provo's attack, and TMT and Jai not able to shut down GCG. It's centered in front of the goal. The backflip does manage to save it, and TMT back up the field, and Jai, what a save he makes in the back line to deny an opening goal. Off the top crossbar, tries to follow it up, it's into the corner. GCG follows it up, gets it past Provo, trying to use the last of his boost to readjust himself here. Low boost on the blue defenders as well, so now Churro turning on this, gets it back into the corner. The boost not there for the blue members, but Provo booms it downfield. That's a shot that's on. Churro up to save, and he touches it off the top crossbar to deny the first goal. Still sitting at goose eggs for everybody as we're 2.5 minutes into the match. At the half time mark, Doy McFunks killing it to the half field mark, and now GCG trying to get deep into the blue end, grab some boost, get back into the fight. Churro and GCG, the Churro brothers, trying to just aggress deep into the blue end, and it's past both of them. FPV Provo blitzing by the defense, but Doy McFunks to clear. TMT following it up, it's not on goal, it's into the corner. Doy McFunks, sorry, once again is going to regain possession of this and try to fight it over into the blue end. TMT denying it, back over into the orange, but GCG so fast, re-aggressing immediately and touching this down towards mid, not able to follow it up any further. So Jai gets it back over. It's a booming shot towards the goal, but it's along the ground and it's gone. GCG kills it. Doy McFunks to follow, not quite able to get it on. It rolls up the crossbar and bounces out. GCG retaking possession in the midfield, tries to get this over towards the goal, and Doy McFunks following the ball up. He kills it towards mid. GCG just trying to center this mid yet again, and Doy trying to turn and get back on it. It's just stopping the ball in front of the blue goal, but nobody able to place it into the net, and Doy shutting down any shot towards the orange one. A 50 towards mid opens up FPV Provo for a shot. It's off goal yet again, and it's off into the corner. TMT to kill, back over to GCG, and now Jai trying to fight him up the wall. It's going to be killed. Actually, it's a fake, and FPV luckily back there to read it as GCG almost secures a goal off a fake. Doy McFunks up onto the wall, gets it over TMT, and GCG demoing Jai. So FPV, the last man back, not able to be demoed, booming the ball towards the goal himself. And now TMT killing it yet again. It's going to open up Doy for a pass. It's onto the wall, and now Churro trying to get whatever he can. He touches it towards mid. It's over Jai, but he does manage to jump up and touch it towards the wall, denying a shot from GCG, and Churro just trying to keep this ball centered in front of the goal. Killed towards mid yet again. The flip not quite there. No half flip follow through, but he does get it past Jai. Trying just to deny any clearing shots, but not able to as FPV does manage to retake control. 30 seconds left and the ball just bouncing towards the goal. Doi forced to clear it and he does. A nice save to deny what certainly would have been a game deciding goal, and it's just shot after shot here from Chillin, but they are not able to get any into the net. Jai bumping against Doi over in the midfield. Churro trying to get it past one, does get full boost for his efforts, and GCG booming it down the field. It's going to go up onto the wall. Still an offensive shot here for Big Dinner FC, and FPV looking to shut down anything. Churro, GCG just double committing, gonna kill the ball, and with 0 all around on the scoreboard, we're gonna see a first game overtime. Gonna be a kill deep into the blue end. Jai forced to fall back and play this off the wall. Churro jumping, gets it down into the wall, and now following through. Provo touching it past. It's just Doi McFunks on the back wall to save it. He clears it out over towards the wall, gets it past 2 with a nice little flick, and now TMT, the only man back, he touches it, but touches it over towards mid, and now the follow through from Churro gonna open up GCG, but now Doi forced to fall back and save the ball. A bump coming through on the blue offense, and Jai launches one over towards the net. It goes in off the top crossbar and rolls down into the goal. Straight along the goal line, and Jai sinks up the only goal of game 1 to secure it for Chillin. A back and forth game, nobody able to get any shots on the net for pretty much the entire game. Some lobbing ones coming through, some slow ones, but nobody able to get one in that'll just sink past the defense. Look at this. 5 shots from Big Dinner, 7 from Chillin, and eventually the extra shots are going to pay off as they take the first game. Best of 5 on the table though. Plenty of time for Big Dinner to try to fight their way back in. And they are trying to get something together, try to get some shots on the board. Coconut asking, what are the ranks for Tier 4 again? Let me remember really quickly. I believe it is D3 to C1, I believe. I am unsure if that's correct, but I believe it's somewhere around there, D3 to C1. So we are just waiting to jump into the second game, and as soon as we're in, we will see if Big Dinner FC can bite right back, or if Chillin is going to be sitting at a 2-game lead in the best of 5. So we'll be jumping straight back into it, and let's see what happens. It's going to be Chillin on the blue side yet again. FPV Provo alongside his teammates Jai and TMT up against Churro, GCG, and Doi McFunks 2. Who will come out the champs? A 1-goal game was all that was needed in game 1. Will we see either team begin to pop off? Churro going immediately for the kickoff. It's back over to FPV Provo. Booms it downfield. TMT trying to follow it. Doesn't manage to direct it on the net. Provo trying to force out a 50, but GCG wins it. Full boost as well as he grabs it from the opposite corner. And just trying to pressure deep into this blue end. Falls back eventually. Churro trying to fight it over towards the midfield mark. And Doi going for a booming shot over onto the blue side. Gets stolen by GCG, and now they've lost possession. It's the blue side to regain it over deep in the Big Dinner FC end. Doi not able to hit that clear, and Churro forced to make a 50 save on the line. Does deny a shot, so no disaster yet for the Big Dinner FC side, but definitely cracks in the armor showing, and people on the Chillin side are just trying to dismantle it. FPV Provo gets a good attempt, but denied by Churro, and now TMT pressuring deep into the backside. It's going to be stopped by Churro. TMT not able to redirect it on, and a close goal from Jai denied from Churro. Now Doi McFunks trying to work his way up the field, try to find some way to get past these 2 defenders. Passes it mid to GCG, not able to secure a goal off of it, but directly in front of the goal. Gets it past absolutely every defender, and Doi McFunks just doing it all. Jai not able to clear. FPV and TMT falling by his sides as he just gets that ball directly on the goal line and secures a first one for Big Dinner FC 70 seconds in. Churro and TMT fighting it. It's over off the corner, bouncing towards mid. Doi McFunks to follow, and now trying to do it all himself, but FPV Provo gonna shut that down. already in the air, trying to stop it, and TMT trying to do it all himself, but can't quite get it on net. Over into the back wall, back into the corner, and Doi McFunk's a little bit of an awkward positioning, but manages to get himself up into the air and intercept it. Churro up on the wall, isn't able to get any sort of connection, but going just a little far off the wall sends that ball out of grabbing territory for the blue end. Jai catching Doi McFunk's pass to himself mid, and now trying to make a play out of this. He gets it beautifully over the defenders, and Doi McFunk's to do it all. 2 goals already for him in game 2, and they are biting back. A beautiful follow-through, just stays with the ball the whole way, and just the lightest adjustment to get it over that last defender. Beautiful play from Doi McFunk's in the blue end both times now, and we chillin' on the back foot for the first time this series, admittedly with no goals scored outside of that 1 goal in overtime. 0 in regulation, and trying to change it. FPV Provo up the wall, but Churro, a nice shot off the wall, saved by Jai. Doi McFunk's already back, trying to kill it to himself, and he does get it over into mid, but it's going to be another easy one for him, and Doi McFunk's just seeming unstoppable. We thought that the 2 in his name was for how many goals he'd get per game, but he's looking to break that habit as he gets himself a hat trick 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. We're about to be at the halftime mark, and you can tell Big Dinner FC frustrated at being goalless for the last game. Doi comes out strong with 3 early ones, of course assisted by his teammates, but beautiful plays from him to get it directly into the goal. Provo trying to fight this out, and GCG wins it, forcing a save out of TMT. Bureau not quite fast enough to jump up for it, and now Doi McFunk's falling off, tries to get it past the defender, ends up just touching it into the corner, and TMT with a missed touch is going to force Jai to fall back. GCG following it up, going to deny Jai's clear, and now deep into the blue end. Doi stopping the ball, it's over to FPV Provo, who touches it towards mid. Going to be back into the orange corner, TMT trying to redirect it in, but Doi McFunk's just clearing it down the field. GCG a touch, past 1, over to TMT, who gets it off the backboard. It's a back pass to Jai, and Jai booming it towards the goal. Doi McFunk's a barely save towards the ceiling, and TMT trying his damnedest with 1 boost to redirect that ball in, but GCG gonna deny it, trying just to prevent any goals, saying now we're gonna let you feel the goose egg here in this series with only 100 seconds left. TMT tries to get it past the offensive players here from Big Dinner FC, and finally going to be one out actually is Jai. A very nice touch to win against GCG. TMT killing it mid, going to be hit back over by his teammate, and Jai forced to make another clear. Back over into the orange end, but Doi McFunk's already on this. Boost recovered from the blue end, but this ball is in dangerous territory. It's hovering towards the goal, and they need to start getting the first of 3 here on We Chillin' if they want to fight back into this game. It's going to be a center towards mid. Bureau's already there, not able to redirect it on, but GCG just keeping up the pressure. Redirects that ball back over into the orange corner. Doi McFunk's already there to receive it, taking the ball up to the ceiling, sees the player missing the ball, and just decides to slow it down. Going to delay Jai's shot, but the follow-through's there, and Jai gonna get the first of 3 needed to get back into this game, and Doi does everything he can to try to shut this down, but Jai manages to sneak past and slip it past absolutely every defender, seemingly just saying, you know what, Doi, you're not the only one that can do that. So with 53 seconds to go, a Herculean feat needed, but a Herculean feat possible. 48 seconds, FPV gonna gain the ball, but no boost, and Churro just denying him any shots. Doi in a 50 against Jai. It's not gonna work out really for either player, but Doi getting it up onto the ceiling does manage to start getting this out of the blue end. It's gonna be going back over to FPV Provo, who has an open shot towards the net. Only 8 boost, and Doi not able to save. Now, what was a 3-0 lead has evaporated to a 3-2. It could still be We Chillin's game, as a beautiful shot from FPV Provo to take advantage of an open goal gets themselves within 1. Overtime is a possibility. They need 1 more goal to make it happen, and FPV getting it over to Jai off the kickoff, but it's past every defender but TMT. Churro to fall back, hitting it off the blue member, and what an unfortunate touch for blue. It's going to be touched over into mid. Jai already there, not quite directing it on goal, but TMT with an opportunity back into the corner. Doi McFunk's just going to be killing it back in himself, and now trying to deny deny absolutely any shots. They're not able to, and they're just letting this ball fall mid. But Churroboro eventually getting a shot towards the corner. Bump mid by FPV Provo. Doimik forced to save. It's off the backboard. FPV Provo trying to do what he can, but dropping it in front of the net will not be enough, and Big Dinner FC gonna take their own to bite back. An impressive showing from both teams. Big Dinner off to a very early lead in that game, holding it for almost the entire time, but We Chillin showing a little bit of life left in them. 7 shots from We Chillin throughout that game as well, but you gotta say, 7 shots with 2 goals as opposed to Big Dinner's 5 with 3. It's a much more impressive statistic over on the orange side, and we'll be seeing soon if that will continue to reign true. So we will be jumping straight back into Game 3 here in a second. It's going to be Big Dinner biting back, so now it's anybody's game. 2 games guaranteed to be played after this one. Either team looking to get a huge advantage, being the first ones up 2-1. Will it be Big Dinner? Headlined, honestly, by Doimik too, who's been doing a great job at just getting goals on net when they need it. GCG, usually such a powerhouse, looking a little bit too slow in this match so far, but we have seen him be able to come alive midway through before. And right off the bat, he's centering it up for the teammates. Jai with a good save towards mid. Churroboro just to deny. Jai trying to re-aggress into it, and actually this might be a good shot, but Churroboro there, off the crossbar, just booms it into the blue end. FPV Provo gets it past 2. Churroboro saying he'll clear this away. Gets it past 1, but Jai's already there, and now Doimik to pressure. FPV could try to turn for this, sees TMT coming and gives it up. GCG can't quite get the touch on ball, gets barely out of the way of Churro's clear, but it is cleared. Into the blue end, FPV slows it down. The double commit from Orange does manage to get them the ball in the blue end, and now Churroboro trying to fake it out. It's in front of the goal, but TMT clears it towards the wall. Doimik waiting. The last man back. GCG takes one that slows down the offense a bit, and that ball gonna go wide, but it is already FPV Provo off the demo, already respawned and back into the action. Jai trying to get it past GCG, and he does. It's into the corner. Churroboro to pressure. Gets it past GCG to redirect it past Provo, and now Churroboro with a shot towards the goal. TMT trying to get himself back into the fight. It's a boomer. It is on, and Doimik can't get there. TMT turns a potentially disastrous situation for We Chillin into one of absolute dominance as he takes advantage of the wide open goal and booms it downfield to secure an early one for We Chillin, only 72 seconds in. GCG kills it towards mid, and actually Churroboro so fast on that. FPV Provo tries to get back in time, but can't even deny him. And now Jai trying to follow this up, does boom it over towards the orange goal. Provo not able to direct it on net, is going to leave Doimik with an opportunity to pressure. It's over to Jai, back into the corner, and now TMT trying to wait for some sort of pass, but it's going to be a conflagration over near the goal to deny any sort of attempt. It's going to be GCG, FPV Provo trying to get something on net. Jai following through. It's barely off goal, but it is. And now it's an opportunity for Big Dinner FC to try to boom this away. But Churroboro a little bit nervous, not able to get that ball quite off. And it's just back and forth shots. Doimik with a save. Back over into the blue end. No follow through from We Chillin has been able to get this second goal, but they are still just pressuring so hard and trying to get some shots on board. And TMT bumped by his teammate. That might cost him a goal because he was just waiting for that exact ball, and an unfortunate bump gonna deny it. A boom into the blue end, and now GCG trying to pressure back into it. It's on the back wall. TMT trying to make sure that can't be a quick pass down to a teammate, but now Provo left in a 2v1. Does touch it past 1. It's back over. It's a fight against Churroboro, and Provo not going to be able to get in front of it. It's past 2. Jai in a 1v1. It's lobbed towards mid. He tries to predict Jai's approach, but he's not able to predict it fast enough. And it's going to go over to Churroboro, who does redirect it mid, just going to be trying to set up Doimik and the pass going to come through. Back over into the blue end. Some demos on the table. You can see Churroboro looking for some as GCG looking for some as Churroboro goes back to cover the goal. TMT pressuring back into the orange end. 2 minutes to go. Still an equalizer needed from Big Dinner FC to get themselves back into it. It's over in the midfield. GCG retaking control. They get it on the wall. It's over. Off the corner. It's going to be bouncing back into mid. Churroboro falling back. Does get a touch, but TMT doesn't want to take the shot towards net. Instead decides to kill it towards the wall. Touched over by Churroboro. Dirty McFunks follows this up onto the wall. Provo tries to read it. It's going to bounce mid just a little too far past Jai, and TMT's trying to set up, but Churroboro, go Churros, go, sorry, just so aggressive on the offense that he's just denying it. So many shots denied by him just bumping him out of the way. And now Doy McFunks killing a booming shot towards goal is going to open up Jai. Churroboro kills it towards the corner. It's a minute 14 left, and still only one goal separates these two teams. They need an equalizer. Big Dinner FC and We Chillin just need to get a second on board to try to seal it up, but that's going to be Churroboro taking advantage, and he sees an opening in the armor. A crack shows, and he just fires an absolute bullet straight past the defense and directly into the middle of the goal. A minute 3 left on the clock, 63 seconds, and these two teams tied up. Overtime currently guaranteed, but nobody wants to go to that. Jai trying to follow it with a fast shot on goal. It's just off the top crossbar, and TMT to boom it onto the back wall. Doy McFunks just killing it back down into mid on the right wall, and Provo trying to keep the offense alive, but GCG just taps it over his head. Gonna have one boost here, trying just to dribble this out to his teammate, and he does get it to Churroboro. TMT getting a touch back into the corner, 40 seconds, but a very good lay here for the orange side. GCG able to delay the ball mid, but TMT with a potential booming shot. It's going to be GCG forced to fall back. Jai waiting over towards mid, and it is going to be GCG to touch it back to Doy McFunks. Trying to get it into the corner, try to get it redirected mid, and they do, but Jai's already there, waiting on the goal line, waiting to boom it, and the boom he gets. It's going to go over, bouncing towards the goal. GCG just to kill it towards the ground and deny it over towards mid. Back over into the corner, and Churroboro just trying to boom it down mid. Go Churros, go, just waiting on the wall. Jai with a little bit of a fake towards goal, and it's going to be overtime secured. It's golden goal, ladies and gentlemen, and it is an important one. The team that gets it will be sitting up 2-1 in the series, and a nice booming shot towards the orange goal, and TMT, what the hell was that? Let's watch it again. Jai, a nice kickoff from him, but TMT, a touch onto the wall, and just an absolutely beautiful follow-through. Sneaks it directly past Bureau and into the top left corner, and he's saying overtime. What overtime? We were always up by 1, right, guys? As We Chillin secures themselves a second game in the best of 5. And Big Dinner FC going to be on the back foot. It is going to be 1 game to go for We Chillin to take the win. They're within 1, within spitting distance, but Big Dinner FC, they've shown their stuff. They know they can fight back into this. But they do have to win 2 in a row to get back in. Will it be We Chillin taking this 3-1, or will Big Dinner FC secure up an equalizer to get us to game 5? We'll start whenever we have TMT readying up, so we will see you in a few. All right, so we will be loading in here to game 4. We Chillin barely taking it away with a nice play from TMT right at the end. And now it will be a game 4 situation. We Chillin within 1. Big Dinner FC with a lot to do, but can they do it? It's going to be a pretty good commitment over from the orange side, but it's not going to really get them too much. Churroboro manages to kill it, but FPV Provo just waits, and he's already here, already so aggressive. TMT not quite able to read the pass, but will be able to get this back towards mid again. It's a little far over goal, so Doi gonna have some room to work with, and bouncing off the wall. Provo bouncing it back down towards mid, and a shot on net denied by GCG. Doi McFunks 2 following this up the midfield, gonna be boomed by Churroboro. It's a shot on net, a forced save from Provo, and he makes it. Churroboro, GCG, just trying to keep this offense in possession, and now Doi McFunks forced into a 50, wins it against TMT, and trying just to touch it back towards mid. He touches it past Jai, and Churroboro is there, but Jai gets a wheel on it. Provo up onto the wall, demoed, and now GCG opening up this defensive backline. It's going to be Churroboro to kill the ball, slow it towards mid, and Doi McFunks follows. GCG a little over aggressive, double committing on that, but gonna be able to beat out one of the blue defenders. A pinch back towards their own goal though, and this is unfortunate, and a touch in from Provo, and nobody can save it. And a mistake from GCG costs the first goal there for Big Dinner FC, as Provo tries his best and is rewarded. Sneaks in there with a touch, and the double commit ends up falling. Doi McFunk's not able to save it away, and it will be, with 1 minute in, a 1-goal lead for We Chillin. Up onto the wall, Doi McFunk's booming it over onto the other side of the field, trying to pressure this up, but nobody there for the Big Dinner side, so it's just going to be Churro killing it back over towards the wall. A boom towards mid, Jai setting up for it, and Doi forced to save, and he does. TMT tapping it back mid. Provo's already here, and Bro just manages to get himself in front of it to deny a shot. A demo onto GCG, though, opens up this defense, but a pass towards mid forces Provo to get a little aggressive into the midfield and deny a shot towards goal, but Doi's already here. It's off the crossbar. A forced save made, and it's there. Doi gonna be kicking himself. Such a close shot on goal, but not able to connect it. Churroboro doing what he can. GCG with a demo onto TMT does start to open up this back line. 3 minutes to go, and still looking for that equalizer. It's going to be bouncing towards mid, and now Churroboro does manage to win out a 50. We're trying to see if TMT can get this off net, and he does. It's a little bit risky, but starts lobbing it over into the left side of the field. Going to be bouncing back towards TMT, going to be going back into the corner, and now rolling down off the ramp. It's already an aggression from GCG, and you can see he's just trying to force this goal in. 2 minutes 30, half the time expired, and we do see Churroboro, a near shot on net, but denied over into the corner, and denied even further by TMT into the orange end. Jai, the last man back, does touch it mid. It's going to bounce straight back towards FPV, Provo, and Jai, and it's actually going to be a touch mid, but an unfortunate double touch back into the corner. I say unfortunate, but TMT's already here. A close save from Bureau denies a disastrous center, and it's going to be Churroboro forced once again to clear it out of his own end. TMT up off the wall, 2 minutes to go, killing it back down towards himself, and Doi McFunk's already on it. Pressuring this ball, and it's over towards mid. Churroboro there, but knows that the clear is going to come out. Doi McFunk's forced to fall back. GCG forced to try to aggress this, and Doi forced into yet another 50. Does manage to kill it towards the corner, but Bureau gonna have to play this one out. Jai already here, already aggressive, and the Bureau, the Churro, and the brothers just absolutely trying to push up the midfield. Jai directs it over to the backboard, but Doi, it should be an easy clear, but it's not there. Provo, the shot not on. It's over into the corner, minute 30, and it's still a lead here for We Chillin'. An equalizer still necessary for Big Dinner to fight back in, and they just can't find anything. So aggressive, the blue players here in the orange end, and just trying to open up something. GCG, a shot towards net, not on, not connecting, and FPV Provo demoed by Doi McFunks. Gonna be bumped down by Jai over into the deep end, and GCG just trying to boom this off the wall and get it back up midfield. A touch over into the corner. It's going to be Doi McFunks to retake this onto the wall. One player already setting up for it, and TMT gonna deny him a shot. Two blue players directly in front of the goal. Provo tapping this off the hood of his car and can't quite do anything about it. GCG touching it over towards mid. Provo back into the orange end, just trying to do it all himself, and he does. And Provo, what a beautiful carry, straight over the midfield line, carries it directly into the goal, and he has Doi McFunks fighting him too, but he's just able to sneak it under him and secure a 2-goal lead. And with 43 seconds left in the match, it looks like this could be it. It's going to be Jai up against GCG in the midfield. It's a slow ball, but bumped over by Churroboro, and now off the back left corner, trying to get it past the blue defenders, GCG, but he just can't get a good enough touch. Churroboro into the corner. GCG trying to help him, but this double, triple commit not paying off. Almost redirected in there by Doi McFunks, but not able to get it on. And FPV Provo back here deep in the orange end, even reading the clear there. Now Doi McFunks just forced to kill time, trying to get this ball out of his own end. And we Chillin just showing an absolute masterclass, denying every single shot here from Big Dinner FC and not allowing anything. Even that, just so slow, so much on the line, and they're not able to sneak one by. So we Chillin get themselves an equalizer in IGL Fall 2020 to go up 2-2.